Greetings, NASCAR joiners, and we're at IRP, aka the short track that is just a 22-minute drive away from the big Indianapolis Motor Speedway itself. But anyways, this year's TSport 200 begins with Layne Riggs and Chandler Smith battling for the lead. As expected, Riggs takes the lead. Is there any race where he doesn't lead? Chandler Smith is in danger of losing third to Layne Honeycutt. Uckus is in second, and not even he can catch up to Riggs. Sanchez has moved up to fourth. So far, not much is going on, just another snooze fest. Layne Honeycutt takes third. Tony Breidinger goes a lap down. Man, Riggs is so fast that he's already catching up to lap traffic. Yeesh. Majeski is in sixth. Connor Daly goes a lap down. Butcher is in 27th and hasn't crashed out for once. Yay! Mozak appeared in 4th and got past Layne Honeycutt. Cass Everett has contact when Layne Riggs tries to lap him. What's that for? You were still gonna go a lap down no matter what. And just like that, Layne Riggs was the first stage of the 2026 TSport 200 at IRP. Man, that was pretty uneventful. Hopefully the pit stops will shake things up. Here we go. Our first race off pit road begins, and guess what? Layne Riggs wins the race off pit road again. Yeah, it's pretty much like bringing Batman to a boxing fight. We also get a cameo from Alex Palou himself. Holy crapper, he actually decided to appear. Jack Harvey is also attending the race itself. Uckus comes down to pit road again as he had an issue with power steering. Ah crap, here we go again. Kinda ironic considering that his truck has a power steering sponsor. Yeesh. Yeah, power steering pump sponsor to be more precise. Anyways, the second stage begins with Chandler Smith jumping to the lead as Layne Riggs misshifted and fell back. The two FRM drivers battle for the lead. The restart is under review. Basinko is off the pace and he is stalling. Thankfully, he made it to the access lane and it stays green. Majeski takes 5th from Sanchez. Layne Riggs continues to lead. Michael Christopher Jr. is also racing in the number 62 truck and he is a modified series champion. Also, the female announcer mentions that the Nashville IndyCar race was on it Monday morning. You mean at 3 p.m., right? I was there watching the race and cheering on below. Believe me, 3 p.m. is not morning time. It's in the afternoon. Yeah, go figure. Christopher Jr. got past Honeycutt for 8th, and he's now behind Stuart Freese himself. Uckus is 33 laps down as he had to have repairs done to his truck. So far, not much is going on. Yep, even the second stage, not much is going on. Riggs is so fast that he'll put Ruggiero a lap down. Mozak and Chandler Smith battle for second, and they also have to go through lap traffic. Riggs continues his lapping rampage with a few laps to go on the second stage. And he also wins the second stage of this year's TSport 200 at IRP. Anyways, our next race off pit road begins, and once again, Layne Riggs wins the race off pit road. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Big surprise, am I right? Uckus comes down to pit road again. The third and final stage begins with Riggs jumping to the lead. What else was going to happen? Not even Connor Mozak stands a chance. Chandler Smith takes second. And Uckus is not eligible for the fastest lap of the race as he is out of the race. Dang it! The caution just came out right when I was talking about Christian Uckus being out of the race. Hemrick and Lewis both got involved with each other and wrecked each other out. His truck also catches fire. Yeah, another thing to rub salt into the wound. Hopefully this caution will give Connor Mozak a chance to pass Layne Riggs. Cole Butcher also barely got out, but he had minimal damage and is still in the race. Yes, about time. I want to see Cole Butcher have a finish for once. And the race gets red flagged. Oh, come on. The incident itself wasn't even severe enough to cause a red flag. It should have been a regular yellow, as no safer barrier repairs are needed this time around. And yeah, even at Nashville, there was a long yellow flag, and The street sweepers were brought out, but the race wasn't red flagged there. I mean, what gives? We do get an interview with Raja Karuf. Here we go. The race gets back to yellow and King Honeycutt comes over to pit road. Girajero also comes down to pit road. Anyways, the race eventually restarts with Riggs continuing to lead again. Man, he just can't be touched. Holy crapper, Connor Mosak is in second, but he's still no threat to Layne Riggs. Honeycutt and Bichelle bow for 8th. Honeycutt takes 8th. Honeycutt now gets past Andres Perez for 7th. Man, he just keeps getting faster and faster. Perez and Bichelle bow for 8th. As expected, Layne Riggs keeps putting more drivers a lap down. Majeski and Chandler Smith bow for 3rd. Even with 20 to go, Layne Riggs continues to lead. Is there anyone that can stop him? I gotta admit, this race is nearly putting me to sleep. Layne Riggs gets caught up in lap traffic and Grad and Finger gets into the wall and gets damaged, but no cautions thrown. On the final lap, Layne Riggs is on his way to winning another snoozefest of a race, and as expected, Layne Riggs wins again. Yeah, it could have been a lot better had Layne Riggs not dominated. I mean, how many times have I ever said that already? I mean, it happens freaking a lot. I just want someone else other than Layne Riggs to win. Is that too much to ask? Yeah, the race itself gets a 7 out of 10. Yeah, he's a good driver, but I just want to see someone else other than Layne Riggs win. There wasn't even much that went on, and it was not very exciting, but hey, at least it's better than bicycle racing. But anyways, it is time to sign off. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys next time, and peace out. Greetings, F1 enjoyers, and welcome to this year's Hungarian Grand Prix. This year's Hungarian Grand Prix begins with the formation lap to get to the grid, and Lando Norris jumped into the lead. Yeah, you can blame Max Verstappen spinning out for denying Kimi Antonelli of another pole. Frick. Get past him, Oscar. The last thing I want to see is Lando Norris win another race. Oscar Piastri got past Lando Norris. That's what you get for picking favorite Zach Brown. Hamilton tries to get past Verstappen, but Verstappen holds him off. Come on, Max. Don't let him get past you. Fernando Alonso has been noted by the stewards for forcing another driver off the track. Dang it, Fernando, this isn't NASCAR. You should never try to freaking force a you should never try to freaking force another driver off the track. This is Formula 1, come on, man. George Russell fell all the way back to 15th. So far, no lead changes aside from the start of the race itself. Verstappen and Hamilton continue to battle for 3rd. Sergio Perez gets noted by the stewards for a starting procedure infringement. Not again. Antonelli is in 6th. Hamilton comes down to pit road as he plans on doing the undercut. Verstappen is next to come down to pit road. Ah, crap. He got past him, yep. Lewis Hamilton's undercut strategy worked. Bottas comes down to pit road and has issues with his car. Not again. Holy crapper, Max Verstappen got past Lewis Hamilton. Now that was an unexpected move. Norris is next to come down to pit road after Piastri made his pit stop. Isaac Hadjar is in 2nd and somehow holding off Oscar Piastri. And just like that, Piastri got past Hadjar and his teammate Lando Norris also got past him. Antonelli plans on doing a one-stop strategy. Lando Norris goes wide, Antonelli comes down to pit road, and George Russell is next to join in. Hamilton comes down to pit road. Hadjar manages to get past him. Ah, crap. Lewis Hamilton got past Isaac Hadjar. Piastri comes down to pit road. Antonelli and Leclerc battle for 3rd. We get an explanation of why the Ferraris have that vapor, and it's because of how the crankcase is made. Yeah, Italian-made crankcase, am I right? Norris comes down to pit road. Antonelli wasn't able to hold off Lando Norris any longer as he managed to get past him. Piastri wasn't able to get past Norris as he got held up by lap traffic even though the blue flag was waved. Oh no. Sergio Perez broke the steering wheel when he went wide. Antonelli comes down to pit road as the one stop was not possible for him. Oh no. Oscar Piastri has issues with his car. And the race gets yellow flagged, but this is a good one though, as I'm hoping it will give a driver a chance to pass Lando Norris. The VSC had to get deployed. Norris and Hamilton pitted under the VSC period. The race restarts with Lando Norris continuing to lead. Lewis Hamilton was told to give the position back. Oliver Behrman gets noted by the stewards for ignoring blue flags. Really? You're doing the same thing as Nikita Mazepin! You shouldn't do that! I mean, I'm sorry man, but just because you're racing for Haas F1 doesn't mean that you should be doing the same stuff as Nikita Mazepin. Like, good lord. Blue flags are there for a reason, and it's to let faster cars go by you. This isn't IndyCar or NASCAR where you can fight to stay on the lead lap, as blue flags in that series are more of a suggestion than a rule. This is Formula 1, and Formula 1 takes blue flags very seriously. Hamilton slides, and that causes Antonelli to get more clean air. Lewis Hamilton might get penalized for speeding on pit road. And Lewis Hamilton gets penalized for speeding on pit road. Not again. Again with the speeding penalties, man. Antonelli might have been ahead of Verstappen had it not been for lap traffic ignoring blue flags and not getting out of the way like they were supposed to. Yeah. It's becoming an issue for backmarkers lately. Good lord. We're gonna have another race ruined by a Lando Norris win. And yeah, Lando Norris wins this year's Hungarian Grand Prix. What the frickin' do? As expected, we get the driver interviews, driver talk in the cooldown room, and the Wayne driver's national anthem. Although, as soon as Lando Norris won, yeah, I knew I had to stop watching. Yeah, I didn't even see the other parts because I'm always rooting for Max Verstappen or Kimi Antonelli to win. And I want Piastri to be able to beat Lando Norris and prove that he is the better driver and shouldn't be bossed around by Zach Brown. Needless to say, this year's Hungarian Grand Prix gets a 7 out of 10. I was really looking forward to having another Antonelli win before the summer break, but alas, it got ruined by another Lando Norris win, and Antonelli might have gotten the pole had it not been for that disaster of a qualifying session where Max Verstappen spun out and Antonelli didn't even lift. Sheesh. Had Max Verstappen not spun out, Kimi Antonelli might have gotten pole and George Russell might have gotten second. Think about that. It's another what if. But anyways, it is time to sign off and move on. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.